to learn from the LV experiences. It's an opportunity where all the returned volunteers come together and share their experiences, and us as VSO, we learn from their own learning and see what we can amend from both sides, positive and negative, and document it and share it with our country office. These are great opportunities for us, and we take it seriously.
The mood is happy and cheerful. Laughter fills the room as old friends embrace in greeting. It is a special homecoming for this cheerful lot. The setting? A tranquil and beautiful vacation spot in Nakuru, which is host to the returned voluntary service overseas volunteers. It is a social occasion for the returned volunteers to share professional and cultural experiences gained from their voluntary work overseas. I ate monkey meat and found out later, relates Flavians Osumba on the new addition to her diet while in Sierra Leone. The friendly people and success she had during her stint as a capacity building officer for health workers more than made up for her many instances of culture shock. Working for VSO not only provides a rich cultural experience, but also gives one an opportunity to use their professional qualifications to improve the livelihoods of their host community. Long-serving volunteer Pius Ombaka stayed in Uganda for close to 8 years, where he worked closely with the farmers in Gulu. An agricultural training officer, Pius helped the farmers improve their yields and increase their revenue twofold.
We did a lot of growing of vegetables, growing of soybean, growing of all sorts of crops, and the farmers were quite well versed, and they were happy because they were earning a lot of money.
His cherished memories are cultural dances and wedding ceremonies of the Ugandans, which closely resemble those of his native home in Kenya. Mesfin Jared would not hesitate if an opportunity to return to Gambia presented itself. The Ethiopian national succeeded in mobilizing young girls and the rest of the community in support of the Forum for African Women Educationist project in Gambia, meant to sensitize the society on early and forced marriage. Back in Ethiopia, Mesfin continues to work on gender-related projects similar to those he started in the Gambia.
Some radio program on women and society. I just gave the name Women and Society and dealing with some different issues in a radio station. One of the independent radio station, or I can say it is the only English FM radio station in Ethiopia. So I'm co-producer of Women and Society program there, which helping me to understand issues around the women and girls.
Coming from a society where witch doctors are never seen in broad daylight, Agneta Nyarita was in for a surprise while volunteering at the University of Venda in Limpopo.
Actually recognized as part of the leadership in terms of prayers. Before a spiritual leader comes, you have traditional leaders, which is wizard coming to pray and doing their making those funny noises with their boils, words and all that. So it was very interesting, but I appreciated something on human rights and constitution, given that South Africa has the best constitution in the world. Yes.
The life of a volunteer has its fair share of challenges. Still, these present opportunities to learn new skills and adapt to new ways of life. Educationist Joyce Matheru learned how to ride a motorcycle for ease of transportation while in Ghana. In the process, she also acquired a couple of bumps and bruises.
I also learned a new skill on how to ride a motorbike. Also, it was very challenging to me.
During his voluntary service, Dickens Juma developed a taste for a special kind of dish found only in Sierra Leone. Beef, poultry, fish, vegetables, rice and potatoes all mixed in one pot.
When I was in Sierra Leone, I really liked the place. There are many things that I picked from there, which I would like to see here in Kenya. For example, the people there are very friendly.
You never appreciate what you have until you lose it, says Anne Kamau, who spent close to 2 years in Rwanda as a district education advisor. Her stay there helps her to have a better understanding of the effects of the genocide on the people and the need to be sensitive when addressing such issues. This has opened her eyes to the need to do more for those with special needs.
My background is education in primary school and sometimes secondary school in English and literature. I have volunteered in Rwanda for 2 years, that is from 2012 to 2014.
VSO Jitole provides platforms where former volunteers can be of service in mentoring and guiding returned volunteers in adjusting and picking up where they left off.
Sharing my experiences with the volunteers who are to be sent to the field, and of course those guys who are coming, the returned volunteers. So I'm always engaged, training the volunteers who are almost to go to replacement, and also training those who have returned so that they can be able to understand the dynamics of going before, during, and after.
The saying is true that the happiest people are not those who get more, but rather those who give more.